Welcome to CarsMation.
All-electric vehicles aren't just for cars, trucks, and small SUVs anymore. The 3-row EV9 SUV is about the same size as the current gas-only Telluride and shares its base with the future Hyundai Ioniq 7. The EV9 has both rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive version has a 379 horsepower dual-motor engine. Both the AWD and rear-drive long-range cars will have a 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery, which Kia says will give the single-motor setup 300 miles of range. The basic RWD EV9 will have a 76.1 kilowatt-hour battery that Kia says will last for up to 223 miles. Its big size gives it a big pulling capacity of 5,000 pounds, which is the same as the maximum capacity of the gas-powered Telluride. The fact that the EV9 promises to have a third row of seats that can be used will probably make it appealing to many families. Not only is it one of the few EVs on the market with 3 rows of seats, but its starting price is estimated to be less than $60,000, which is very low for an EV of this size. What's new for 2024? The EV9 is a new model for the Kia brand, and it is the next of 11 new electric cars that the company plans to sell by 2026. The EV9 will be for sale by the end of 2023. Pricing and which one to buy. Standard RWD $56,000 Est. Standard RWD Long Range $63,000 Est. Standard AWD $68,000 Est. GT Line $73,000 Est. The Kia EV9 doesn't have an official price yet, but we think the base model will cost about $56,000. Once we know more about how much it will cost, we'll update this story to include that information and make a suggestion about which trim gives you the most for your money. EV motor, power, and performance. The EV9 range starts with the rear-wheel drive standard model, which has a single electric motor in the back that makes 215 horsepower. The long-range version is also rear-driven. But even though it has a bigger battery, its top power is now only 201 horses. Kia says the first will reach 62 miles per hour in a leisurely 8.2 seconds and the second will take a slow 9.4 seconds. All-wheel drive cars have a dual motor setup with a total of 379 horsepower, and a boost mode can be used to improve the peak torque output and speed up the car. Kia says the AWD EV9 can go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds, making it the one to get if you want the quick acceleration that EVs are usually known for. For the 2025 model year, a performance-oriented GT model will be added to the range. This model could have as much as 576 horsepower. We've only driven a prototype, but it was still a joy to drive. On the highway, the EV9 has a smooth, soft ride, and the SUV can be stopped with just one button. Range, charging, and battery life. The standard type, which is the most basic, comes with a 76.1 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The standard long-range model and the versions with all-wheel drive have a bigger 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Kia says the long-range EV9 should be able to drive up to 300 miles without needing to be charged. Just don't expect the same long range from the version with 2 motors and all-wheel drive. Kia's 800-volt electrical design is used in every EV9, which lets DC fast chargers fill up the battery quickly. The EV9's 11 kilowatts onboard charger is about average among rivals, but its 230 kilowatts highest DC fast charging speed is said to add 149 miles of range in as little as 15 minutes. Fuel economy and real-world MPG. The EPA hasn't released figures for the EV9's fuel economy yet, but based on its blocky shape and much bigger size, we expect to see a lower number than the Kia EV6 combined 117 MPG. We think that the EV9 could get anywhere from 79 to 83 MPG, based on the engine. Visit the EPA's website to learn more about the EV9's gas mileage. Interior, comfort, and cargo. The EV9 can be bought to fit either 6 or 7 people, based on whether the second row has captain's chairs or a bench. On the EV9's higher trim levels, the third row can be folded down by power. The version we drove had hard cushions on the front seats, and most of the plastic fabric felt a bit cheap. We hope that's not the case with UTS spec units. The second row captain's chairs in the EV9 feel a lot like the front ones and have heating, cooling, and massage features, too. In the very back, the third row can easily fit adults, but people in the second row will have to give up some space for headroom to make it comfortable. The EV9's back storage room is 20 cubic feet, which is almost as much as the Telluride, or up to 82 cubic feet with the second and third rows folded flat. Infotainment and connectivity. Inside the EV9, there are two 12.3-inch screens, one for the gauge panel and one for entertainment. In between them is a separate HVAC readout. The EV9 doesn't have any real knobs, and it has fewer buttons than other Kias on the market today. It only has a few key HVAC controls, a volume knob, and touch-sensitive controls built into the dashboard that let you switch between settings. The navigation system in the EV9 is a whole new generation, but we don't know much about it until the new 3-row model comes out. Safety and driver assistance features. The EV9 comes with a number of basic driver assistance features, such as blind spot tracking and automatic emergency braking. Kia also has a hands-free drive mode that comes with a more advanced version of adaptive cruise control. However, it is only for the EV9 GT line. Visit the websites of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, IIHS, to find out how the EV9 did in crash tests. Key safety features are: standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection, standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, standard adaptive cruise control with hands-free driving mode. Warranty and maintenance coverage. Kia's guarantee plan is one of the best in the business. Unlike Hyundai, it doesn't come with free plan repair, which is a bummer. Limited warranty covers 5 years or 60,000 miles. Powertrain warranty covers 10 years or 100,000 miles. No complimentary scheduled maintenance.